For this exercise, you're just gonna need a tall box that is tall enough so that your feet don't hit the ground at the end position. You're gonna position yourself right on the edge of the box, almost like you're gonna do a Thomas test for your hip flexors. And you're actually gonna hug your knee, that is not the leg that is working, and you're gonna come back onto your back. Now, the key here is to get your whole lumbar spine flat on the ground. So we really want to tuck our pelvis, and we want to do so without using some momentum here. So use those low abs to press your back flat really intensely onto here. And then you're going to slowly lower the leg straight down. We're going to try not to let it go out to the side until you reach the point where you feel like your low back wants to lift. You're gonna do it for the prescribed amount of time, usually a few seconds down and a few second pause, and then you're going to come back up. Ways to make this harder might be to do so with a straight leg, same concept, all the way to the bottom. And then from there, you can add a kettlebell around your leg so that it's a little bit of a weighted stretch at the bottom, but we wanna make sure that you are able to reach your full extension and maybe even some added range here while keeping your low back flat on the ground. If we notice or not on the ground, but on the box, if we notice we are lifting off, then we have lost our lumbar spine position and we are not going to get an effective stretch for our hip flexors. If you feel like you reach end range before you get to, you feel like you get to the bottom position before you feel any stretch here and you're maximally feeling a contraction, you might need to come off the edge of the bench a little bit more so that you can challenge yourself a little bit more intensely. But for most people, right on the very beginning part is going to be challenging enough to start. And then of course, you're gonna want to make sure you're progressing with a little bit more time, a little bit more reps, or the load like a kettlebell or an ankle weight, as I mentioned earlier.